Set on the edge of the Northern Lake District, this estate has been home to the same family for more than 400 years and tells a story that reaches back nearly 1,000. Hutton-in-the-Forest sits quietly on the northern edge of the Lake District, surrounded by ancient woodland that once formed part of the Royal Inglewood Forest. It's one of the most historic country houses in Cumbria and one of the few still lived in by the same family, who've owned it for more than 4 centuries. During the English Civil War, the house was briefly held by the parliamentary troops, but it escaped serious damage, allowing its layered history to survive almost intact. At the heart of Hutton lies a medieval pele tower, built around 1350 for defence during the turbulent border wars with Scotland. You can still see traces of that purpose in the arrow slits and thick stone walls. Over time, the fortress grew into a family home as new wings were added in the Tudor, Jacobean, Georgian and Victorian periods. Each generation adding comfort and character rather than replacing what was there before. This gradual evolution makes Hutton almost a timeline of English domestic architecture in one building. The east front reflects the elegance of the 17th century, while the Gothic details on later sections come from 19th century, redesigned by Anthony Salvin, the same architect who worked on Alnwick Castle and parts of Windsor. The Fletchers, who bought the estate in 1605, and their descendants, the Fletcher-Vanes, have shaped both the house and its landscape ever since. They've long been active in local and national life, serving as High Sheriffs, Members of Parliament and more recently Lord Inglewood, Richard Vane, has carried that tradition into the House of Lords and the European Parliament. The gardens here are among the oldest in the north of England. The formal topiary used, some over 300 years old, date back to the 17th century. The walled garden, first laid out in the 1730s, still produces fruit, vegetables and flowers, much as it did centuries ago. Beyond it, the 18th century parkland reflects the naturalistic tastes of the Georgian era, influenced by the style of Capability Brown. Hutton's setting still carries echoes of its medieval origins. The surrounding woods are remnants of the old Royal Hunting Forest, home to oak and beech trees that have stood for hundreds of years. Over the centuries, Hutton has managed to stay a working family home. It's still privately owned, yet open to visitors, giving a glimpse of a lived-in heritage rather than a preserved museum piece. Seen from above, the story comes together clearly. A medieval tower at its core, surrounded by gardens and parkland that evolved through every age since. Hutton-in-the-Forest stands as a rare example of continuity in an ever-changing landscape, quietly preserving almost 7 centuries of northern English history. Oh no. Your things come off. Hopefully it's in the bag.
Is that to protect the screen?
Yeah, me filter.